The first Pakistani Hangor-Class submarine has anchored at its home port in Karachi. The submarine, named PNS Hangor, is first of 8 submarines of this class to be inducted into Pakistani Navy by 2028. 4 submarines will be built in China, while the other 4 will be built in Pakistan. The Hangor-Class submarine is a derivative of the Chinese Type-39A attack submarine. The Hangor-Class submarines being inducted into the Pakistani Navy are equipped with an Air Independent Propulsion system. The system allows a conventional diesel-electric submarine to stay underwater for a longer duration, as it does not need to come to the surface or snorkel in order to charge its batteries. Coming to the surface to charge batteries makes a submarine more vulnerable to detection by UAVs, aircrafts and surface vessels. The addition of these 8 submarines, along with the current fleet of 5 submarines in Pakistani service, will push the total number of such vessels to 13. This is a huge leap for Pakistan in terms of numbers and quality. Pakistani submarines will now be seen in the Bay of Bengal as Pakistan tries to project its power towards the east and beyond the Arabian Sea. This is a huge, definitive, strategic challenge. And I'm being joined at this point by Captain Sham Kumar. Thank you very much, sir. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Captain Sham Kumar, what do you make out of this? The first question. Since 1971, bloody nose. First time Pakistan looking at deploying its submarine with the China Connect into Bay of Bengal. What must India make of this? I mean, let's just look at what does Pakistan want first.
Thank you, Neha. Jai Hind, Shano Varana. Pakistan is trying to regain its bit of sea denial capability in Arabian Sea and beyond. They are at a very nascent stage as of now because the 8th submarine program that they are likely to get from China, Yuan-class advanced submarines with Sterling engine air propulsion system. The first ship has arrived, submarine has arrived, 3 more will follow, and then rest all on transfer of technology at Karachi shipyard. They will be making it. It's a low acoustic and air independent propulsion submarine. That's therefore it is a platform which can create a certain amount of deterrence in the areas of operation. It's a submarine. In any case, any submarine is a lethal platform with its weapon capability of torpedoes, land attack versions, maybe cruise attack missile version, and also potential capability of Bawar 3 nuclear capable missiles that it may launch, may be able to launch later with a fitment which is not right now available to this submarine. This makes it a platform which can create certain amount of regional imbalance as far as the threat perception for India is concerned. So Pakistan is trying to get some mileage on the sea denial capability in Arabian Sea basically, and there are much more to see because this is the first ship which has arrived. They'll take 3 years to settle down. By 2031 they would be able to operationalize them and understand them with crew experience and their maintenance facilities available in Karachi. So we have to see a lot, and we are watching it very closely, and India is preparing the level of preparedness, countermeasures in the same level of preparedness as required.
Okay, a question that I want to ask you, and it may sound, why am I asking you this way, but is this a challenge for India or is this a non-challenge for India? Is India anyway ramped up very well for this?
We have just finished Operation Sindoor, and we know that Pakistani Navy is a coastal navy as of now. We have kept them in harbor during Operation Sindoor. We kept them in harbor in 1971. We sank PNS Gaji. We lost INS Kukri, and the Hangor, PNS Hangor was the submarine which had attacked INS Kukri in 1971. It was a French class, earlier named Hangor. On the similar name, they have started this Hangor-Class submarines from China. So yes, uh, underwater platforms like submarines are very lethal till the time they are detected. But once they are detected, it is difficult for them to run away. They will be killed. They become sitting duck, and that's why Pakistan is trying to build up these submarines as a low. You can say 5 billion cost of it means it's a low cost platform with quantum leap. They are trying to get out of it the mileage out of it because submarines are very dangerous platforms. They are undetected, then they can deter. They can they can really carry out sea denial in areas of operations and in opportune places like the choke points of Indian Ocean. So yes, submarines are lethal platforms. But as I say, if Pakistan is trying to make these endeavors, India is counterbalancing by, first of all, increase in the submarine fleet itself. We already finished Project 75, 6 submarines, Scorpion class. We are getting 3 more from France. Our Prime Minister was in France recently. And we are looking forward for nuclear missile capable submarines, Arihant, Arigat, Aridhaman, and the 4th one is Aridhaman is coming up. So we are getting the ballistic submarines, which are we are far ahead of the submarine in submarine arms capability, deterrence, and reach in all senses. But as far as the counter balancing for submarine, we have frigates and destroyers. We are commissioning, INS Arnala class one after another, coastal defense and shallow water anti-submarine corvettes. All the ships, frigates and destroyers are fitted with a very good quality of sonars, torpedo tubes, and the rocket launchers, which are capable to find out the submarine's position and give them a threat. So therefore, India is prepared for it. Gee.
Right. Sir, there's something that I want to ask you, and this is particularly about this technology that we are talking about, the nature of this submarine. And a lot is being spoken about how this doesn't need to come to surface as often as other submarines would need to. It doesn't need to snorkel around to charge its batteries. Tell us how distinct, unique, or unusual is this in the submarine defense language, or is this anyway something that's out there with countries?
Yes, rightly said. Air independent propulsion is a very important requirement of today's submarine fleet. India is also working upon it, for that matter. So, nevertheless, talking about the technology itself, it's a technology which can keep a submarine, say, 20 to 21 days, 3 weeks underwater with less thermal, acoustic and thermal signature. So difficult to be detected. First of all, at the same time, it depends upon how much the crew, the training, the motivation level, and the will to remain underwater matters. So logistic supports, maintenance, etc. These things matter. Search and rescue capability of submarine fleet. There are inherent issues with the submarine operations when we do underwater operations. This can go to almost 30 kilometers, 45 kilometers per hour underwater. It can remain silent. But at the same time, we will talk about Scorpion class submarines that we have. They are very good platform. They have much lesser acoustic or noise signature. They are much maneuverable. They have more weapon capabilities, and they are lighter. They are maneuverable, and they are not air independent. They have to come to the surface after some days of operation to charge the batteries. But overall, if we compare, the French Scorpion class are much better in many ways than the air independent propulsion technology per se of this class of submarines. So yes, we are looking at our own technology. We are looking at changing our Scorpion submarines into the air independent propulsion. We are working upon it, and sooner you will find Indian submarines also will have air independent propulsion, and then the Hangor class will be of no match against these submarines.
Right. The last question possibly, the dynamics are changing, whether it be the Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, a whole lot of things. Even when Prime Minister was at the G7 summit, he spoke a lot about the global south, and a whole lot of the defense interest is very closely associated to this. How is this going to be a challenge to that, particularly if you look into the Bay of Bengal?
Lookist policy, India is working upon it. We are aware about the threats changing in Bay of Bengal, China's presence and Pakistan's eyes onto the east. We have heard their leaders talking about next situations may develop from east. We are aware of this threat. And Pakistan has last presence in Bay of Bengal from its submarine was PNS Kaji, when it was lurking for Vikrant, which she missed, and we sank PNS Kaji off because Visakhapatnam harbor. So outreach by these submarines will take some time. They will have to, it's long voyage to travel to East, Bay of Bengal by Pakistani submarines. We'll have to look at it, and there'll be lot many requirements before they do this. So it's a long dream for Pakistan, and we are working upon that countermeasures for it. Yes, in global south, India's presence in Indian Ocean and keeping China's and Pakistan's advances, we will have to remain alert and increase our military capability, especially the Navy. And Indian political will is very, very clear. Funding is very clear. We are working upon every second month. We are having ships and submarines being commissioned, indigenized, and self-reliant maneuvers where sustainability is important. So Pakistan may buy, but how long they will sustain, how will they maintain, what will be the crew confidence is that matters a lot.
Captain Shyam Kumar, thank you so much for breaking this down for us, for explaining this to us and putting things in perspective. Thank you.